Hey y'all, my name is Charisse.
This is Jay.
And this is the very first episode of
The Twin Tapes.
We are so excited to talk to y'all today, so let's get into it. It's the Twin Tapes. We just made you do a double take. It's the Twin Tapes, and we sitting at a table for two. Once again, welcome to the very first episode of the Twin Tapes.
Exciting.
This is the premiere, the kicker.
The pilot.
We are ready to talk to you guys.
Let's go.
Before we start, we want to give a quick introduction, background about ourselves. My name again is Charisse. I am 25 years old and I work in higher education. I really enjoy the role that I play working with students and helping them get to such a pivotal time in their lives.
Love it.
And it's something that I'm going to be talking about a lot because I have a love-hate relationship with it. So you guys are going to hear that. But yeah, happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Well, guys, my name is Jay, and I don't work in higher education. Okay, so you won't hear me referencing those things, but I do currently have a job. It's not something I'm passionate about, but I still do work on my passions basically after work, which consists of writing, music, so things of that nature. Very excited to start this podcast and open up a dialogue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's get into the next topic. Let's tell everybody what they can expect from us.
Definitely from this podcast, we are trying to inform people. We're trying to give people our opinion on a variety of topics. A lot of us peers, those who are older than us, those who are a little younger than us, in life we are all going through different variations of the same
Of the
theme.
same exact
that
things.
like that. It's what I always say.
That's
it's
a
what I
great
really feel.
way to put that.
So we're just here to shed some light on those topics. Give our opinion on topics that we all go through.
Yeah. I love that. The same variations of the same things. I think we can utilize each other for the better instead of for the worse.
Yeah.
We can bring each other up instead of put each other down. I'm talking about humans as a mass, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, you can expect some deep dives. You can expect some laughs and some humor. We are very, very funny. We kind of just want to bring you guys along for the journey of what life is like with the two of us.
Right. Right.
We have very different opinions, but also alike in some ways. It's a really cool dynamic between the two of us. And we think that it will be great for other people to listen on. And we want other people to listen. And, you know, we're going to get the viewers involved in things. But
exactly.
I digress.
Right.
Let's dive into the topic.
Right.
Today's topic is, drumroll please, quarter life crisis.
Quarter life crisis.
Today, we are going to talk about a quarter life crisis, and the definition from the Google is, in popular psychology, a quarter life crisis is a crisis involving anxiety over the direction and quality of one's life, which is most commonly experienced in a period ranging from a person's early 20s up until their mid-30s. What do you think? What do you think about that, Jay?
I think it's accurate. So honestly, I was going through a quarter life crisis before I even knew what a quarter life crisis was. When I got out of high school, didn't really know what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Jumped into college, not knowing what I wanted to do. Didn't pursue what it is that I now know what I want to do, and it was kind of just, up until this point in my life, 25 years old, it was kind of just, a spiral effect of, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Because I don't know what I'm doing, I'm making moves out of desperation. I'm talking like career moves, job-wise.
Yeah.
I'm making moves out of desperation. I know I need a job. I don't know what I want to do.
Societal pressures,
so
very
now
much.
I'm just looking for who's hiring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for decent pay.
Yeah.
Like it was
instead
it
of
was
quality of life.
Instead of quality of life, finding a job
fulfillment,
with a purpose, fulfillment, all that. I'm looking in all the wrong places.
All the wrong places and all the wrong spaces.
And all the wrong faces.
Okay.
Come on.
I share a similar sentiment.
Okay.
I also went to college and began in a major that I wasn't passionate about. I was interested in it for the wrong reasons.
Interesting.
Because my parents were interested in it, so I didn't choose it for myself. So I have a degree which I am not connected to, and had to pick a job not out of desperation, but out of more. Okay, what am I gonna do? Like, I need to pick something. So it wasn't desperate. It was just, okay, let me pursue this because I know I'm good at it. And just
Okay.
because you're good at something doesn't mean you're
does not mean
passionate
that it's
about
for
it.
you.
Does not mean that it's for you.
Yeah.
In this life, most people are good at many things. Period.
Period.
We are multifaceted
Yeah.
beings of
We
this
can,
earth.
We can learn a bunch of skills.
Bunch of skills that can allow us to do many different jobs, tasks, skills, etc.
Right.
And I found a job that I was skillful at.
Right.
I didn't find a job that was rooted deep within me.
Right.
So, although I do like my job, for those of you that do know me and know what I do, I really do love it. But it's not my deep rooted why.
Right.
Why? And
Big
Jay
why.
Jay is big on the why.
I'm huge on the why. I'm huge on the why because when you're not working towards your why or you're not working for your why, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And why
are you doing
that? And why are you doing that?
Yeah, literally.
That's the exact position that I'm in right now. Like I said before, I made a bunch of career moves out of desperation.
Desperado.
Because I knew that I needed a job.
Yeah.
But I wasn't looking in the right places for a job. Instead of someone planting a seed. Let me stop. I sound like I'm literally blaming people for my life's faults. Good grief. No.
And you can't blame folks for the strokes that you pick.
No. I just, there wasn't anything in me that was saying, hey, Jay, like,
Do more.
like
Be more.
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Find a job in X, Y, and Z instead of trying to find a job in A, B, and C because A pays this much, B pays this much, but C doesn't seem that bad. Like, nah.
And to wrap it all into this crisis, it's like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing, so what is it that I need to be doing?
And
It's like, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that. We got all of the no's out the way. So what is the yes?
Right.
What is the thing that's like, oh, I like this?
But I think what really
and what's going to
makes
keep
it-
me on track in a way?
Yeah, but I think what really makes it a crisis situation is that you don't realize that you're in it.
Yeah.
Or even if you do realize that you're in it, you're kind of like, it's just this long ongoing battle of I am not happy. I am between this age and that age, and I'm just not happy with the progression of my life. I didn't think I was going to be here at X years old.
And for me, I think the crisis comes about when it's like, okay, so I'm scrambling. I know now what I don't like, but it's like, okay, I need to pick something fast.
Right.
It's a crisis because it's like,
Like,
well,
you don't know what to do?
right. And not enough of just I don't know, but when will I know? How long is this going to go on where I don't know? Because not knowing is okay.
That's true.
But it's the fear of the unknown, and for me, it's the time frame.
It's the fear of
Because
like,
that's
may I ever know what it is I really want to pursue?
Exactly, and the thing that
Look, pick something already.
And yeah, pick something. I don't know if y'all had this little toy. We had a little toy when we were growing up. It was like a house. Pixel Chicks. It was
you
Pixel
had a
Chicks.
Pixel Chick.
I had a Pixel Chick.
That Pixel Chick.
And Jay was annoyed by the Pixel Chick, and that thing used to go off in the night. I'm telling you, like
creepy shit.
literally.
But that's a whole other podcast, though.
Right,
Anyway,
that's a whole Pixel Chicks coming into you episode 7. Okay, but I say all this to say it's about the time frame. It's about the knowing. Okay, well, when are we gonna get things together?
Yeah,
and how is this affecting me? And the point where it comes into the early 20s to mid 30s is that's when we kind of do a lot of major life moves.
Oh, for sure.
So in a time frame where you're supposed to be doing major life moves and you feel like you're
not
stagnant,
making any major life moves.
it's like
right.
it's even more enhanced.
And it's also that's a good point.
Yeah.
And it's also this elusive idea that everyone but you is making, they're making
Of
these
course.
major life moves.
It's like move.
And then you're
And you're like, where's the party?
Ooh, did I get the invite?
I didn't get the invite to the move party.
I'm getting pranked. I'm getting pranked.
Where's Ashton?
No, but really, like it is
for
this
real.
big elusive idea that everybody around you seems to be in a position in which they want to be in,
Which is false, which is so false.
Which comes this delusion that you are the only one experiencing this, and I think that is why. Seriously, wow.
Yeah.
I'm having a realization moment. That
Of course.
That's what was so dire for me.
Yeah.
Was that I really felt like I was far behind my peers. That people are making moves and I'm just making all the wrong moves, and I don't know why. I don't really know what I want to do, and I don't know how to go about changing that.
And that's interesting because I'm in a master's program for business. Over 60% of the current workforce is unhappy in their current role.
Which is a lot.
So
that's scary.
A lot of people feel like they're alone, but just like we said in the beginning, these are the different variations of the same problem.
Yeah. For sure.
We millennials, okay? We're millennials.
Yeah.
And we're speaking about a quarter life. I can't believe we did not mention this earlier.
What?
We're 25. That's why we're talking about the quarter life crisis, because we 25. We got a quarter on life, okay?
Right.
Deposit that in the bank. We got 25 years in a game. So it's relevant to our lives currently.
Exactly.
And whether you are younger and you're going to go through a period of 25 and what that looks like, or you're older and you're like, wow, I remember in my 20s when XYZ.
Right.
Or you're currently going through it now. You're 20 to 30 going in that middle of it. It's life is a very interesting ride. Yeah. There is no manuscript. There is no instructional book.
There's no blueprint. Everybody's path is different.
And you have to dedicate time to figure out what's best for you, not mom, not dad, not grandma, not grandpa, not uncle, cousin,
my
brother.
Sister Sharice. No, you gotta find your own path, because your direction.
That's when you will find yourself in a feeling of anxiety over the direction and quality of your life. The only reason why you're feeling like that is because you feel as though it's not for you.
Right.
And then so take a step back. Then what is for you?
And that really, for you, that really might look like I legitimately have to maybe take a pen to pad and really write down, my wants, my desires, where I see myself in 5 years. Maybe that might be writing a 2-year, 5-year, 10-year plan for yourself. What do you want to do? But at some point, I think it is important that you do need to commit to something. And that's why it's important to find that why. What is going to give you fulfillment?
The why is the big...
What sparks your interest? What piques your passion?
What keeps you up at night?
Inspiration. Yeah. What keeps you up at night?
So we talked about what exactly a quarter life crisis is. We talked about not necessarily the dangers, but how it can affect you, period.
Yeah.
What can we leave people with that will put them at some ease, right? Maybe our younger listeners that are thinking, oh my God, I'm really going to be going through this scary time.
Don't think that you have to even go through it.
Right. And the point is, first of all, not everybody goes through a quarter life crisis.
Right. Not everybody will go through this.
But if you are experiencing it, first step accept that it's happening. It's okay.
Yeah. That's huge.
Coupled with, you're not alone.
Right.
It's okay to set you at ease, and you're not alone to, oh my God, I can reach out to people.
Right.
I can talk
Right.
to people.
Because I bet if you do, some deep digging and just talk to people
In your
a
circle.
lot of people are not
In your own
exactly
circle.
thrilled with what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
And it's a thing. It's fine. But we have to take the steps in order to change that for ourselves.
Acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Acceptance.
Acknowledgement.
1 and 2.
Yep.
Now we can kind of go on this self-assessment journey, which is another thing I just learned in class. Come through MBA, come through self-assessment.
Yeah.
It allows us to clearly think about what we have done
Right.
and creates a space to move forward
Right.
with advancement,
Right.
enhancement,
Right.
progression.
Nice.
That's what that does.
Nice. That was really good. Well
Shout it
said.
out.
Well
For
said.
real.
Well said.
Because that's what it
Reflection.
is.
Pondering.
Yes.
And then now let's make a decisive action.
Let's make a decisive action. What are
so
we
that
going
we
to
can
do?
actively pursue what it is we want to do so that we're no longer in this state
of
angst.
angst.
Nice.
Get it!
No longer in this state of
Yeah.
anxious worry, and it's consuming and casting a dark looming cloud over us.
Over our thoughts, actions, and emotions.
Absolutely.
Because once you're in this state of angst and worry, most of everything you do is just not going to be 100.
Right.
Period.
Because you're already operating at a low frequency.
Yes.
So that is what's going to be reflected towards you.
Yes.
Low frequency shit.
Low frequency shit.
For real.
Honestly. So yes, let's get some direction.
Yeah.
And let's think positive. First of all, I know like everybody says it all the time, but seriously, you all that are listening, what you say out loud, what you say internally, what you read, what you take in, what you listen to, what you
100%.
bop to, what you internalize is what you put out.
Right.
So you truly have to
Feed your mind with good food.
Ay,
Straight up. No, straight up. Straight up.
Wepa.
You have to feed your mind with good food. You have to be around people that are ambitious.
Seriously.
Be around people that are driven.
Yep.
You will literally be content if all, the people in your circle are content with operating at a certain frequency. But peep game, that's fine, right? It's cool. However you want to live your life, that is completely fine. But if you know that you have higher ambitions for yourself, you have to surround yourself with people that are in pursuit or are achieving those the high ambitions that they have for themselves. Because you will be content and you will be rocking at a state of stagnantness.
Yeah. And if you are around people, if you say to your friends, family, cousins, uncles, whatever, I don't know what I'm doing. I am so worried. I don't know what my next step is. Like I'm truly at a loss. And they're like, yeah, that sucks.
Right.
Instead of, you'll get through it.
Yeah.
Just a simple change of words.
Yeah.
A simple change of the initial reaction
Yeah. That's
matters.
also true.
And you are a reflection of your circle.
Yeah.
So if your circle is stagnant or going nowhere fast,
100%.
you are also stagnant and going nowhere fast.
100%.
Period.
100%.
So surround yourself with the people and the experiences
Yeah.
that are going to allow you to think clearly,
Right.
to see and vision better for yourself.
You have to actively tap in.
Tap in.
You
Y'all
gotta-
try to
you
sweeten
gotta-
me though?
You gotta tap into that higher frequency. And I know, frequency, consciousness, third eye, whatever. No. But I'm dead serious. You have to tap into that higher frequency. You got to get yourself out of your little comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because all the greatness that lies ahead in your life, that's basically untapped potential. That is outside of your comfort zone. You have to take yourself from a space of, all right, I'm saying all this stuff. I don't like my job. I don't do it. But if you don't remove yourself from that situation, you're gonna stay in that situation.
And that's the best way.
Nothing's gonna
That's
change.
the best way to put it. People are always scared of making the move because they're scared.
Right.
But if you don't make the move, you end up in the same place that you don't want to be in.
Yo, I
only
always look.
go ahead. No, you're fine.
I always look at my life in two ways. Okay, because sometimes even me, sometimes I'm a little scared to take a move, right? But I'm like, all right, if I don't pursue what it is I want to pursue, what's the alternative, Jay? Okay.
Right.
Now, the alternative to me not living my dreams is what I'm doing right now.
Hello.
Is what I'm doing right now.
Hello.
I'm currently living the alternative.
Right.
I'm not happy at the job that I'm at. I want to be doing more. I want to take control of my time. I don't necessarily want to work a 9 to 5 my whole life.
Never.
I want to work for myself. I want all of these things for myself. And I don't have that right now. This is the
You are living, breathing, walking the alternative.
I literally am the alternative.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I have nothing to lose. Like
nothing.
Like anybody can go back to a 9 to 5. You can go back to that. You can't go back to living your dream if you've never lived it before.
Right.
You can't do that.
Hello, repeat that one more time for the folks that are listening.
Anybody can go back to a 9 to 5. You can go back to that. You can't go back to living your dream if you've never lived it before.
Right.
But, viewers, run that back.
Right.
That's a gem right there.
And it's so true. You gotta take the plunge, and you can't keep feeding yourself the same stories. Well, I'm in this situation because this. Then you are. And now what? Okay, you're blaming your problems on other people. And whether that's justified or not doesn't matter. You can take control of it today.
You can take control. And you know what I say to that? The best part about all of this is that a quarter life crisis can be managed.
OD.
It can be flipped 180.
Yep.
And we can now talk about a quarter life advancement.
Hello.
A quarter life enhancement. A quarter life positive experience.
Exactly.
Right? Not a crisis, but the opposite of a crisis.
Exactly.
We now have the tools to say, to realize that back to the self-assessment, I'm going through something that's challenging me.
Right. That I don't
and
want
that's
to be going
that
through.
I don't want to be going through.
Get myself out of this.
What should I do to reverse these thoughts, feelings, experiences?
Right.
Let's change my environment.
Number 1.
Let's read some positive thoughts.
Listen to some motivation.
Let's talk to my friends who are also going through the same thing. Right. Let's change the narrative.
Change the narrative.
You have the power to change your life.
Yep. You can change your story at
any
point.
Okay, everybody. So let's talk about realization. Let's talk about acceptance. Let's talk about change. That's it.
That's it.
That's it right there.
For real. That's actually,
realization that we're going through a quarter life crisis. 1. Acceptance that we're going through it. It's okay.
It's okay.
Change to move on. Number 3. That's it.
Period.
Realization, acceptance, and change.
That's it.
Realization, R, acceptance, A, change, C, rack it up, boy. You better rack it up. Rack it up.
Yeah.
I told them rack it up.
Yo, rack up that quarter life crisis, ball that joint up, throw it in the garbage can for 3 points.
Booyah.
And let's
for
move
3.
on.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
And honestly, let's end this with a motivational quote, because we've been spitting them facts to y'all, okay? Listen. Y'all listening? At any given moment, you have the power to say, this is not how my story is going to end.
I love that.
And I think that is extremely powerful.
I love that.
It's extremely powerful. Affirmations do you good. I hope y'all know what affirmations are. If you don't know what it is, look it up. Google is your best friend. Affirmations are things you say to yourself out loud internally that you then internalize and make them real facts for you.
Repeatedly.
At any given moment, you have the power to say, this is not how my story is going to end. Okay? So take that in. If you have gone through a quarter life crisis, if you are currently going through it, or if you're about to, don't worry. The point of the story is, don't worry. Realize it, accept it, and make that change to move forward. So that we can rack it up, okay?
All right.
Yo, listen, this has been the first episode of the Twin Tapes.
Let's go.
We have a lot more content for you all. some laughs, some conversations. Check out episode 2 if you haven't already. And we will catch you on the flip side.
Thank you so much for listening, guys.
Freeze. Stop what you're doing. Take out your phone and pull up Instagram. If you're not following our podcast, the Twin Tapes _, I'm not really sure what you're doing at all. It's the Twin Tapes. We just made you do a double take. It's the Twin Tapes, and we sitting at a table for two.